Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How y'all doing? Well, this evening I'm in the kitchen and these are my hog maws. So I've already cleaned them and they're all cut up and I boiled them on the stove with vinegar and I've washed them and now I'm about to start really doing the final cooking, which is going to take several hours. So this is the way the hog maws are looking now, and I also have chitlins boiling. So over here in this other pot, the chitlins, they're in their first water right now, boiling. Those are the chitlins. Well, okay, I'll be back and let you see what's going on with these chitlins and hog maws. And when they get done, I'm going to put them all together in one pot. So I'm going to have chitlins and hog maws. Alrighty, we'll be back. Okay, so I boiled my chitlins. I boiled my chitlins, and now I just poured them off the first boil, off that water, and rinsing them off. I boiled them in a little bit of vinegar with the water, and just boiled all that grease and slime and stuff off of them to really clean them well after I cleaned them by hand. So now I'm going to put them in the pot and I'm going to start the final boil of these chitlins. Okay, so you see how clean that water is now. It was really a lot of gunk in it and a lot of grease. So just like I did my hog maws, I'm going to put these chitlins in the oven also and let them cook. So with my chitlins now, I put them on the stove and I've added a little bit of seasoning to them and a small onion just to let them cook. And then when they're done and they're nice and tender, I'm going to drain all the water off of them, and then I'm going to stew my chitlins and hog maws down together. Usually I cook my chitlins and put a little gravy on them, but this time I don't really want gravy. I just want straight chitlins and hog maws. Well, okay, I'm going to cover this pot up. Seal it up very well. And I'm not going to check this pot probably for about 3 to 4 hours. That would clear up my stove top, and these chitlins can just go for what they know in the oven. Okay, I'll show you the end results with these chitlins and hog maws. Okay, so I got both pots in the oven. The one to the right on the bottom, the one on the bottom, that's my hog maws, and the one at the top of the chitlins. The hog maws been in there for about an hour already because they take longer to get tender than the chitlins usually. Okay, we'll be checking on and off. Okay, so I just took my hog maws and chitlins out of the oven. I put a lot of water in them so I wouldn't even have to worry. And I did season them somewhat, but that's not the final seasoning. Okay, that's my hog maws. here are my chitlins. Hog maws and the chitlins. I tell you, that'd be a lot of work not to get a whole lot in it. Oh yeah, they're good and tender. Okay. Cut them on the side of the pot. Well, okay. That's my hog maws and my chitlins. So now I'm gonna drain that water off of them and get them all seasoned up to my liking. And I'm looking forward to that. We'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so I've mixed my chitlins and hog maws together. Now I'm going to season them. Okay, so here I have a little bell pepper, a lot of onion, and just a little bit of celery. I like celery in my chitlins, but I like it really chopped up very finely. And I usually like the celery when I'm not necessarily going to put a gravy on my chitlins. I'm going to add some minced garlic. Okay, so for my seasoning, I'm going to use some complete seasoning. Normally, if I could eat the rice, I would have made just a little gravy over my chitlins. I'm sorry, that was onion powder. With black pepper. This is garlic powder. I put the minced garlic in, but I'm still adding a little garlic powder. Now the seasoned salt, I want to put some of that in there, but I'm going to hold off on that seasoned salt because I know that I'm going to use this Better Than Bouillon seasoning. And that Better Than Bouillon is a wonderful seasoning, but it's very salty. And this is the roasted chicken flavor. They have it in the beef, the ham. They have different flavors. I'm going to put about that much in there starting out. and a little bit of Louisiana. Because I don't want it really, really spicy, but I do want a little kick. Okay, let's get out of stir. Now, I would love to have some rice with this, but as you know, I'm on my weight loss journey. And I do eat pork on it, thank goodness for that. So, I'm pull this back because I want you to see that I don't have a lot of juice on that. And that's the way I want it. I just want the meat and the vegetables from the bell pepper, onion, and celery. I don't want a lot of juice because I'm not going to make a gravy. Well, I'm going to just let that cook a little low. They got good and tender. I did cook them in the oven. One thing about cooking them in the oven, you don't have to keep watching them when you're busy doing other things. If your oven is free, you can just put them in there and let them go. All my chitlins. Okay. We're going to let that sit for a while on the stove and just kind of stew down. And when it's finished, we'll check it out and see how it tastes. Well, all right, we'll be back. Okay, so these are my end results for my chitlins. So now I'm going to give them a taste test and let you know what they taste like. Okay, let's see what they taste like. They are so good. I've been waiting so long to eat them. I tell you, they just been sitting in my freezer calling my name. And I'm just so glad I had the opportunity to take them out and answer them. But it tastes good. I put a little bit of bell pepper in them. Normally I don't put bell pepper in my chitlins because when I put them over rice, I want that chitlin and rice taste totally. But the fact that I know I can't have any rice, I felt like I wanted a little bit of bell pepper in them. Well, okay. The chitlins turned out good and they got good and tender. So I want to thank everybody so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. And if you would, please hit that subscribe button right down there at the bottom. I would really appreciate that also. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.